Good evening, everybody. Stephen Benoon here with Israeli News Live, and I don't have really a chance to go into the details as of right now on several things that I want to go into. Especially, I want to get into another issue on Patreon, but I won't be able to do that this evening. But what I did want to share with you, though, before they even actually begin to expel the rumors of President Xi Jinping. I know that there have been those that have been writing me about Xi Jinping and is he actually under house arrest? Has he been overthrown? Has there been a coup in China, etc.? And the answer is no. It's not true. I did check in to find out what was going on there, and that's really the gist of it. It's just another rumor this circulating. And then also, too, maybe a bit of good news, and I guess this is already public, though, and that is that Biden, when it came to the train strike, or the employees that were going to strike over the railway, uh, in order to keep that from happening, basically offered to give them whatever they were asking for, and the government would pay for it. So the taxpayers are going to pay for them getting whatever they're asking for. So that's to keep that from collapsing. Um, just there's quite a few things that I do want to get into, and I want to be able to share with you guys. I just haven't had a chance to put all this together yet. And we will be talking more about what's going on with Putin and the situation there in Ukraine. And also, there's a lot of people that think that Putin is threatening nuclear war against the United States, against Ukraine, whatever the case may be. Those things are not true either. They've actually scrubbed everything from the internet pretty much that Putin actually said. But they're going to get a copy of that for me, of what Putin really does say. Putin is only saying in his speech that he would do everything in his power to protect his own people. Everything he spoke about was in a defensive way. It was not. It wasn't anything else. So that is another rumor we can put to rest there. And I am digging deeper on some issues with Planet X, Nibiru, things like that. And so I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of studying on that, and there's some reasons for it, and don't want to get into that quite right this moment here. Let me just real quick though, because I did have some notes. I had a meeting with some people in Washington just the other day, and I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything that I could possibly speak to you guys about now. We've been talking more and more about the ancient documents and things like that. So I'm actually trying to get access to some documents that I don't normally get access to as part of the research that I'm doing on Planet X there. So hopefully I can get that pulled off, and maybe there might be some things I could share with you guys. Let's see here, just to be on the safe. Oh gosh. Actually, Project Ice Bridge. I discussed that over on Patreon, and there. Oh, you know what? This is something I haven't shared with you guys yet, but let me just mention this to you real quick. Let me just see. Let me go to the Bible here. This is something that you guys might find interesting. I'm having to look around the camera here to be able to do this. Genesis 15:1. Let me see if I'm in the right place there. And these things the word of the Lord came unto Abram in a vision, saying, Fear not, Abram, I am thy shield, thy reward, and shall be exceedingly great. You know what the word shield right there is actually? It's Megina. Is actually how you say that. I just stumbled across this. Is kind of totally off the wall, but I figured I'd share this with you guys anyway. Do you know that the shield Megina is literally a crocodile scales? That's literally what that word means in the Hebrew language. Like I said, it's totally off the subject here. What I'm saying to you guys right now, Megina, but that just kind of blew me away. And the reason why, and I'll tell you how I got into this. Because I'm working on the issue of Planet X, you have to understand Planet X actually passed the earth during the time of Moses, during the Exodus. We have plenty of documentation, even in documents that the government has that they don't let out to the public. So they know that Planet X passed back then as well. And this is one of the reasons why they've asked me to work on some of this DNA research here. And I know I've said that to you guys before, but I continue to work on that project because there is a lot of DNA manipulation that's going on even presently. And that was also something that Harold sent to me that hopefully I can get my wife involved in on from the research that he sent as well. And I think he's pretty much up to speed on what's going to happen there as well. But anyway, in the process of doing that, I was looking at that because of the reptilian aspect of this. And I know that sounds like so nuts, right? But the U.S. government has the documentation that proves that it is a reptilian species that's on Planet X, or Nibiru, that's coming through. And we're going to be facing a very serious battle with them. This is one of the reasons, too, why I did the video over on Danoon Institute about, I think you guys got to see a clip of that here as well, about the red heifer. And I'm going to throw one out there for you guys to think about. Just seriously think about this, right? You ever wonder on these, remember Linda Moulton Howe when, love you as well, Farmer. Remember how that Linda Moulton Howe did as an investigative journalist, that when she was doing this thing on the cattle mutilation, I've been looking at that, and it's so weird because a lot of the things that are said there, it's almost like it's the same ritual. So whatever these entities are, use very similar rituals of that of sacrificial, the sacrificial service as well. Anyway, I figured I'd just share that stuff with you. God bless you. Thank you for listening. I just wanted to, main thing I wanted to do is just bring out the part about Xi Jinping. If they haven't brought it out as of yet, the answer is no. It's not a coup. There's never been no overthrow or anything like that. So we do have some serious issues when it comes to Ukraine. That situation is only going to get worse. And there is a lot of fear, though, that Biden could end up pushing us into a nuclear war. That is a very real concern. But let's just pray that it doesn't happen that way. God bless you. Thank you for listening, and have a great night.